What's up guys, joining a video edition. In this video I'm going to be doing a tour of my Skyblock island. Now I did promise in April of 2023 that that would be my final tour, but since then I've added and removed a few things like that very tall structure, which I'll be putting up a picture if you haven't seen it yet. But this one had been up since April, I'm pretty sure, and I decided to get rid of it. It was kind of ugly and I didn't want it anymore, and it was completely useless. It was just like a little joke. There was a joke inside of here, if that made any sense, but I didn't feel like it was just necessary to have a giant tower for that. This island I created in February of 2021, so this is nearly 3 years old, and I'm gonna be doing another tour. Now I think this one's gonna be my final one, but I'm not sure because I might be doing one when I release a world download for this island, because I want to let you guys experience the world. I mean, you can come on my Skyblock island, but if you want to join in single player or something and just explore, you know, have fun, then I want you guys to do that. Now there's a lot of things we need to go over, so let's start at my house. Now this is where everything began, right over here, and this is the first floor of the house, and it's just a nice little living room, and you have a nice little couch, which I don't think you can actually sit on, and you have some chests, which most of this hasn't been touched since the beginning of this island. Like, this was my friend Kyla's stuff, which I kicked off my island. Long story short, she never played, so I just kicked her so I could invite my other friends, because the only way you can invite other people to your co-op is if all the people agree. But when you're kicking a person, everyone except for the person who's going to be kicked has to agree. Since I was the only person, I was able to easily kick her. But anyway, like, this New Year cake has been around since the very beginning, which I'm planning on selling it at one point. Like, this stuff is kind of new. I just decided to put it here because I didn't know where to put all that kind of stuff. And then this is a nice fancy furnace. And then this is basically what it does is it turns off mob spawning, so I don't have to deal with mobs, which is kind of nice. And we have a nice old jukebox, which you have some different music, which I don't feel like playing because I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike. We have some music discs, and this is Kyla's bed, and this is my bed, and I have some presents, which is kind of nice. And then this is just our house. And I decided to build this afterwards, which was a diamond play button of sorts. Thank you guys for 10 subscribers. Now, by that point, I already hit 10 subscribers a while ago, like maybe 2018, 2019, around there when I got to 10 subscribers, and I built this 2021, so I had like, I think around 40 at the time. Right over here used to be a diamond throne, but then I turned it into a ruby throne, which I decided to do that because they released the cavern hollows or hollow caverns or something. That was update they added, and they added ruby, so I decided to make it out of that. So I had a nice ruby throne instead of a diamond one. So this one has also been around since pretty much the beginning. So this one is, somebody gave me a flower, and the person was called Mind Games, not mind as in my mind, like not my brain, but mining, Mind Games 46. Yeah, he gave me that, and I decided to put that there. Right over here is a nice little tent, you know, and we have a nice little campfire. And then this is Melody, and this is an item you can get from the Melody NPC in the park. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck on this song. I absolutely hate this. It's so dumb. Like, every time I try, I always fail this. Like, I've never been able to get 100%, so I've never been able to get past this song, but all the other ones I have. Now, this is actually a pretty important structure. It has a few important things. So we have the enchanting table, the brewing stand, which I never use, and the experimentation table, which I sometimes use to level up my enchanting, which if we look over here, yeah, we're at level 55, so we're almost at level 60, which is kind of cool, you know? And we have Appy111, who gave us an ender pearl, whatever reason. And then this is some diorite ice cream on the top, which I decided to make a whole entire video as well. Oh, it looks like it's Halloween on Skyblock. Yeah, it's autumn 31st. Now, right over here is some dead bushes and a shrub, which I decided to compare. I decided to buy dream wool for whatever reason. I mean, it's just lime wool, but people sell stupid things like that and just make stupid money off of it for no reason. I don't know why people buy this and why I bought this. Also, if you're wondering, the text kind of cut off a little bit. So this is dream wool. I like dream, which I definitely take that one back. I was a bit younger at the time. I bought this on the auction or something for 7,000. I think that's what it said. I remember it being 7,000, not 700. And then this is the very first area I decided to add. So this is a graveyard right over here. There's some dead games like Skyclad, Crazy Walls, which I'd never played before. I've never played either of these, but I just decided to add them. But Tower Wars, that one I did play and I even made a video about once. But they decided to remove it for whatever reason because, oh, well, it wasn't getting any players because we weren't updating the game, you know, so I don't know why we players weren't playing it, so we're just removing it, despite the fact that we never updated the game at all, so I don't know why it didn't get any players. Yeah, I don't know why they thought that people weren't playing. Maybe it's because you didn't update the game very much. So I'm just saying, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why Hypixel. So this area, like, it kind of cut off around here. But then I decided to expand this a little bit, like expand the graveyard. And I added this little area. And yeah, it looks kind of cool. So now we have a little center over here, which you have Jerry and Sam. Which I'm going to quickly show you something on my garden. So this is my garden. Now, for a while, I hadn't actually done anything, even though I made a video about this when it came out. I never actually used it until a few days ago. I decided, you know what, I'm going to check it out. And I actually had a lot of fun, and I was grinding a lot. That's why I wasn't making any videos pretty much, because I was having fun just grinding, you know. I was making a lot of progress in the beginning, but then afterwards, I was making less and less progress. And it started becoming slower and slower. Same way how I was grinding forward. It was kind of fun at first because we were grinding levels really fast, but then kind of stopped and kind of got a bit slow at the end. Now I'm on level 10 here, so I unlocked all these crops, you know. I have placed 9 of them. Didn't currently do anything with nether wart because I was trying to buy a plot, but it required 94 compost, which was a little bit too expensive. I think I can purchase it now, but it was a little bit too expensive, so I wasn't able to purchase it, unfortunately. So I never ended up placing that. Anyway, I don't want to get too distracted though, so let's just go back to my regular Skyblock island. Okay, so wherever here is the underground, and or not exactly underground because it's under, well, I mean, actually it is kind of underground because it's under the ground, under my island. Originally it was just the storage, but then I added the farm. This was before they added the garden as well, so this was the most efficient way of doing it. Well, not the way I did it specifically. This where they put it on their island was the most efficient way at the time. I had that, but now I don't really use it, and I didn't really use it to begin with. Right over here is all my social medias. Right over here, I'm not going to promote them all really. Yeah, I created a whole bunch of them. Some of them are old accounts, like I never really used Tinker. I haven't used that since 2018 really. So if you were to find this account, which I mean I linked it on my channel, you're not really going to be able to do much with it, and because it was a little bit too tall, I added a ladder. Now this area I added only like a few days ago, and this I'm planning on placing some pearls to some of the Skyblock island. So that's what I'm planning on doing with this room right over here, this ginormous room. And then you can get up to the minions either through the like teleport pad or this nice little road I created, which you can just run around all around the track and whatnot. Wherever here, most of them are clay minions, but I have a few other ones that are not clay minions, like this gold minion, which used to be an emerald minion before I didn't need the emerald minion anymore because I already made it so the personal bank doesn't have any cooldown anymore. So I got rid of it because I didn't need it anymore. I replaced it with the gold minion so I could upgrade my bank account different ways, so I could do it like this, so I can put more coins in. Wait, do I have anything? No, I don't really have anything. I don't know why it says 0.3. That's kind of weird. And you also have hard stone, which I just decided to place here. It's been a couple of years and we still haven't maxed it out. I mean, we're almost there. Now, right over here is the nether area. Now, the reason why this is the nether area is it used to have some minions, like a gas minion, which used to be this giant box before I turned it into a fishing minion. And it used to be made of obsidian instead of white and red terracotta. There also used to be a blaze minion right over here, a creeper minion before I made the graveyard. So right over here was where the creeper minion was, and I think I had a few others, but I don't remember where I placed them. Like I think this also was once a magma cube minion as well, and then I just decided to get rid of all of those. Now it's just this, and this was going to be another wart minion, but my friend told me that it's probably not the most efficient way of doing it, so I decided not to do that. But the reason I was going to do that was to try and level up my alchemy. I was not sure if that's how you could level it up if you use nether wart, but if not, it's probably going to give me farming then, which is kind of useless. Well, not kind of useless, but I'm trying to level up my alchemy, but I don't want to do it in a stupid, annoying way by just creating a whole bunch of potions. Like, it's very inefficient. efficient doing it that way, so I'm not going to be doing that. Right over here is the beach area, which is just a nice little beach. Oh, and I forgot to tell you this. So this is 500 hours. So this is how many hours I played at the time. Right now I have 705 hours, nearly 706. I decided to place that there just for fun, you know, to like celebrate 500 hours. And then this is something I recently added, which was a palm tree. And this is something kind of cool I did. It's a very creative way of making a little what do you call these, like these umbrellas that you find on beaches, you know? I don't remember what you call them, but I decided to make this, which it looks kind of cool. And we have some nice little beach chairs. Yeah, I wish you could sit in them though. It's unfortunately you can't. Right over here is I don't know parkour, which is just this little parkour you can do. This fun little one I made. Right over here is a snowy area. There's actually 2 snowy areas, but this is the first one. So this first one over here, which would be like the South Pole. I guess that one would be the North Pole, I think. There is also a little micro area. It's a little bit annoying with the slimes, but this is actually supposed to represent the emerald slimes, if you know them in the deep cavern. And this is because I managed to kill, let me show you, 112,000 emerald slimes. So I killed a whole bunch of these, you know. So this is what it's supposed to represent, an emerald cave. And this is a nice little home, which I never really use and completely forgot about. And this is how you get into the emerald slime minions, so you can basically just not kill them, but like click the resources. This is 100 subscribers. Oh, and I forgot then. This is 50 subscribers as well. And then this flag is 100 subscribers. And then there's a nice little Christmas tree. Now this is an area I added like a few days ago or a week ago. I don't really remember, but this is an area I decided to add, and it was a nice little mushroom area. So originally this entire area with the mycelium didn't exist at all. Where the snow ended was where this area ended, but I decided to add this, which it looks kind of cool, you know, and add some more room to explore. And this is a little mine, you know. I mean, there's no ores in here, but it's just a little mine. And then this is a little tower, which I decided to make a little bit useful by adding this tunnel. And this is how you create the thumbnails. In fact, this is how I got like the thumbnail for this video, was in this green screen room. Now that we have, I think, completed most of this area, at least like talking about, I feel like we completed. Oh, this used to be a nether wart island before I decided to try and get rid of it. I had some other islands, which you can see in some of my old videos, but I decided to get rid of them because I didn't really need them and they were kind of ugly, you know. But I tried to get rid of this one, but because it was made out of nether wart, I had difficulties, so I decided to keep the obsidian. I decided to make it a little lava planet. And this is supposed to be like, you know, like the rings of Saturn, for example, or Uranus. I don't want to say that on YouTube. Uranus, or I'm pretty sure Jupiter and Neptune also have them, but they're just less visible. And that's what this is. And this is the second snowy area. Now originally it didn't have this area, but then I decided to add this, and it was just a nice little snowy area, the picnic, some trees. And I decided to add this Ukraine flag once the war started, you know, a little tribute, like a little respect, you know. That's what I decided to add. And I have this I added this little extra area as well, and then I expanded it more when I added this area, which I'm going to get into in a second. And we also have a backyard to my house as well. I keep on forgetting to say things, like I keep on forgetting very important areas. And this is supposed to be like a bed from Bed Wars, basically. That's what it's supposed to be. So this entire area, I built this entire area for a single live stream. Just for a single live stream, I built this entire giant area. It used to end at the snowy area and where the tower used to be. So past this, basically, this did not exist less than a month ago. But I decided to add this just for a live stream. So the very important thing, so this is supposed to be a nightclub over here, which you saw on the thumbnail, I'm pretty sure. Little dance floor, some chairs to sit at, just a nice little underground area. And we have a little pool I decided to add afterwards, just to add some more things to this area because it was a little empty. And we also have this little office. It would be a nice place to just sit here and make videos, like just chill and talk, you know. So I decided to add this. This is I was planning on trying to get number 1, but unfortunately I didn't. So this is number 5, and you know what, we're gonna take number 5. I think number 5 is good enough. I feel like there's probably one more thing. Oh, Oh, yep, I found one more thing. And then this used to be a weather nod, but for whatever reason they made it so you can't place that block anymore. So now this lapis is just supposed to represent that, and you could actually find it in the chest in my house right over here. Yeah, as you can see right over here, the weather nod, which you can change it from clear to rainy to thundering, so you can do that, all that kind of stuff. And this is where the portal to the hub used to be before I got rid of it for some reason, and I decided just to make it a little bit fiery for some reason. So that's where this used to be. So where the house is, this used to be the original island that you start with, and right over here is where the cobblestone minion and all that is. This is where all of it started. This is the beginning right over here, and I expanded outward, and we also have this lake. We have a whole bunch of things, but you can go and explore for yourself and just check it out, because I've put a lot of effort into my island, and I'm planning also on adding something right over here for 1,000 hours, and I may or may not make a video about that. I feel like this is pretty much it now, because I don't think there's much else to talk about really. So no, anyway, that'll be it for the video today. Hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.